she nominated somebody.
Yeah.
We're going to
surprise her.
Okay.
surprise them.
You're listening to the number 2 kindness podcast in the world, according to FeedSpot.
Addison, hi. My name is John Schweitz. You are on a podcast that we are recording at the moment called the Kindness Chronicles. And your friend Sienna arranged for this little phone call. Are you at in a bus station, or what? There's a lot of noise, a loud noise in the background.
So I'm on a boat right now. Let me try to cover my wind.
Wait a second. I suppose you're on Lake Minnetonka.
Yeah.
It's a hard knock life to be Addison Nash. So Addison, your friend Sienna has something that she'd like to share with you. Tell those boys to shut it in the background. We got something important to talk about here. Sienna, go for it. Go ahead.
Awesome. Addison Nash is the most empathetic human I've ever met. Anyone who has come into contact with Addison has experienced comfort, love, and a welcoming spirit. When I first met Addison 3 years ago at the summer camp we now work at, I asked her what makes her so thoughtful and genuine. She responded, explaining her motto is to be like Tommy. The individual she is referring to is her younger brother, Tommy Nash, who died at the age of 14 right in front of her. He passed away going into sudden cardiac arrest while Addison had to perform CPR on him. Tommy had the unique ability to see others and make them feel seen. Like Tommy, Addison understands each human she interacts with and provides them with bringing joy to everyone. Through this tragedy, Addison and her family have created the Be Like Tommy project that emphasizes the importance of spreading joy in Minnesota and cultivating meaningful experiences. Addison was one of the founders of this nonprofit and created this movement to help one another and carry on Tommy's legacy to nurture others. Addison has taught me what it means to be an empath as she creates the most meaningful gifts for others she loves around her, surprises her friends and family with loving notes, shows up for every accomplishment, empowers those around her, and overall embodies a selfless individual. Every year since I met her and grew our friendship, I grow in becoming an individual who creates joy and embodies happiness in every connection. I am forever grateful for Tommy's impact on the overall community and how Addison herself has persevered by turning grief into creating joyful experiences for her community. Addison Nash is the epitome of selflessness.
Good.
She has brought light and love into my world.
Addison, your friend Sienna nominated you for what we call a Selfless scholarship. It is a scholarship from the Minnesota Masonic Charities, and the way the scholarship works is we invite students to nominate a peer, somebody that they care for, somebody that they admire, and tell their story of kindness, the impact that they're having on the community. And you were one of the stories that our scholarship committee selected. So there's an award, a $5,000 award that's shared between you and the person who took the time to recognize you. So congratulations, Addison.
Yay.
Let's hear it for Addison. Aww. So Addison, for starters, I got to tell you, this is a small world experience. Your mom, we had been trying to get your mom on the podcast. It was about a year ago when we tried to get her on to talk about the Be Like Tommy program, and things just kind of fell through the cracks. But I reconnected with your mom because I'm like, Be Like Tommy, I know that program. And I asked her if her son Addison was if this was her son Addison, and she goes, well, no, it's my daughter Addison. And then she explained that that's one of those names that could go either way, and I guessed wrong.
Yeah.
But congratulations, Addison, and tell us your thoughts of your friend Sienna for thinking of you.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I literally I'm like in shock. I mean, this is so like her to just go out of her way to like really highlight, like, not only, I don't know, just to highlight me in this moment. And I just am so appreciative of her and like everything that she's done for me. It really goes both ways. And I just love her so dearly. And the fact that she like even thought of me in this moment is just so amazing.
Well, we had a scholarship reception, 2 weeks ago in Bloomington, but as you know, your friend Sienna was in San Diego. I was going to say Southern California. So she's got a better life than we do, but it sounds like your life is okay on the lake right now as well.
Yeah.
So, Addison, where do you go to school?
Winona State University.
So you're Winona State. So are you home for the summer? Is that how that works?
I'm home right now for a day. I'm working up at that summer camp still. So I've been there all summer so far.
Oh, wonderful. So you came home for a day, got out on the lake with a bunch of loud people. So happy that you're having some fun. I just wanted to congratulate you. Thank you, Sienna, for taking the time to arrange for this. What would we call this? Sort of a
reveal?
A surprise reveal.
A surprise reveal.
On a boat.
Reveal, yeah.
An aquatic reveal.
You know, you weren't taking her
You can
call.
tell I had no idea.
Yeah, that's good. You kept it. You kept quiet. Your mom kept it quiet because she was aware that you were getting one of these scholarships as well. So, tell your mother we would like to have her on. Tell us about your brother Tommy. I know he passed away a while ago, but tell us about why it is that he inspires you the way that he does.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, he just lit up like any room you walked into. He'd like see the people who most people like would ignore or not go sit by, and he'd go sit by them and chat with them. He really was just like a warm spirit and a warm heart, and you could feel it through his energy. No matter if you knew him or if you saw him in passing, it's been so like revealing to hear as people come to us and tell us about like stories that we never heard after his passing, and it just shows like his warmth and like his kindness that he always shined through.
Well, that's wonderful. And tell us the objective of your nonprofit.
Yeah, so it's really to give like acts of kindness towards people who need them the most. So people can apply for a joyful experience, and then it's normally like birthday parties or like gifts, things like that they typically wouldn't be able to like access, and we are able to provide them with that. Actually, right now we're providing about 18 campers to get to go to the summer camp that me and Sienna work at and that me and Tommy went to as a child. So we're super excited for that opportunity this year to really spread that joy.
That's why. What is the camp? What's the name of the camp?
It's called YMCA Camp Manitou.
Oh, yeah. Very cool. Well, congratulations. You go back to the boat and have all the fun. Sienna, thank you for arranging for this, and we'll be in contact to send a check your way.
Thank you so much. Wow.
To me.
All right.
I'm so grateful.
So, yeah, Sienna, real quickly, tell us a little more about your friend.
Absolutely. I think Addison, the moment I met her and her entire family, they just encapsulated so much joy and so much empathy. I think that was really the word that stuck out to me when describing our friendship. And I think it is truly eye-opening as we grow through the years and continue. And I mean, she came to San Diego when she had 5 days off instead of just enjoying it herself, and then continued to write me little notes all throughout my entire desk so I would find it. And I just think that's a small act that shows of how her brain works, of putting everyone else before her instead of herself. And then she always comes last and is truly my best friend and has embodied every aspect of the perfect friendship that you'd want, and is the most thoughtful person I've met. And I mean, we've known each other for 4 years now, and I can see her at my wedding, and she just really has become such a genuine human being that I met.
That is lovely. I just want to point out that she had 5 days off, and she probably could have gone to University of Minnesota Duluth, but she chose to go to San Diego. I'm sure you're a lovely person, Sienna, but San Diego helps. It's got to help.
Couple ulterior motives here, yeah.
It's got to help.
That's funny.
We try. All right. Well, you guys have a lovely afternoon, and thanks again for taking the time.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much
you,
for
guys.
this awesome opportunity.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, that was fun, wasn't it?
Very delightful.
How lovely.
Amazing.
We took a week off last week. We just had to, level set. Jeff, the good boy, the good son that he is, was helping his parents return from Arizona before the heat really set in down there in the southwest of the United States. Jeff is here in the studio. Hi, Jeff.
Hey.
And then we got Steve Brown here.
What's up?
We have a really special guest.
Yes.
And his mom, Mario Esteb, the original
back.
intern, is graduated
Yes,
from
I'm back.
Syracuse. He is back. You graduated probably summa cum laude?
Yeah, it's
For
correct.
sure. So-
Yes.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Wow.
What a show. Oh, good for you.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So Mario has graduated. Tell us about your senior year. What were the
Senior-
highlights?
I mean, senior year is probably my favorite year of college. I mean, living in a house with three of my good friends. I was one of the presidents of this org that I really loved, like a theater org, and we put on Mean Girls in the spring, and that was a great show. And also just kind of enjoying, the last year of college, saying yes to everything, doing as much as I can. And
Excellent.
it was bittersweet, but
And you're back in Minnesota
I'm
now
back.
for a while?
yeah, I'm still kind of figuring out what I'm doing next.
What the next step
The
is?
goal is to go to LA.
Because you did an
hopefully in the fall.
internship in LA.
Yeah, last summer I did like development intern for like a documentary production company.
Okay.
So
What do that mean, development intern?
so basically, like before the production starts, it's kind of a lot of developing ideas
Okay.
for documentary projects and creating like pitch decks and sizzle reels, and basically just developing the idea first before it actually gets into filming.
Yeah, pitch deck, civil, whatever that word is they use. So as much of a delight as it is to see you here today,
Yeah.
we really would like to visit with your mother, my friend from long ago, Rose Esteb. Rose, how are you?
I'm well. Thank you for having me.
One might say you recently had a religious experience. My sister Kate, who's one of your dear friends,
One of my
had reached out
besties.
to me and she
Shout
said,
out, Kate.
Shout out, Kate. Sister Kate. She said, did you see Rose's post on Facebook? And I spent a little bit of time on Facebook, but, looking at like old high school girlfriends and stuff like that.
Creeping around.
Creeping around, that whole thing. And of all of the things that I've ever seen on Facebook, nothing has moved me to goosebumps quite like the experience that you had. And this is something that, tell us real quickly about where you were and what it was that happened.
For as long as I can remember, have been very faithful to the Virgin Mary. My grandma said the rosary every night at 6:30. She lived with us. I did that. I think a couple Lents ago, I decided I was going to start listening to the Hallow app.
Oh, yeah.
So Mark Wahlberg's version of the rosary.
Sure.
So I do that every morning. It's just like my time, my get ready in the morning time.
Devotion.
Yeah, my devotion. So anyway, so we were talking at lunch, and I said, I've never heard there was a Lady of Guadalupe shrine in La Crosse. So Chris is like, let's go. And I said, okay. So he said, I'll book a hotel room and we'll go down there. So we were in La Crosse at the Shrine of Lady of Guadalupe, which I had no idea was there. Did you know that?
I didn't know. No. And it's quite impressive.
It's lovely.
Where is that?
So La Crosse, Wisconsin.
La Crosse, Wisconsin. Okay. got
So
it.
what, 2.5 hours
Where's
away?
La Crosse?
I didn't hear that. I
Yes.
thought it was a church somewhere. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I heard about it because my aunt, we were talking about it at lunch, and she had a priest come, her brother's a priest coming from the Philippines, and they were going to bring him there. So Chris and I decided that we would check it out. So it's like a half-mile pilgrimage. So there's like a parking lot, then there's like a visitor center, and then you walk, and there's a path, and there's a chapel, and then there's a church, and then like a rosary
So
walk.
it's a half-mile walk?
Yeah,
I
so-
probably wouldn't be able to do that.
No, but like we were there for a couple hours.
Okay,
So
okay.
I mean, it's like
So you could pace yourself.
at whatever you want to
Okay.
do. But like Station of the Cross, it was like this whole lovely area. So you walk to the pilgrimage. It's like the center. It's the welcome station or whatever. So you can see everything I just talked about. So
Yep.
you can see the chapel. So I got my camera out like I always do because I take pictures of everything. And I took a picture of the chapel from where we were standing, and that's the picture. It's like, oh, I was like, weird.
Cool.
So
I'm
those
like-
of you that are listening, there's a picture of this beautiful, it looks
a
like a
chapel.
stone
Yeah.
chapel.
What the?
And there is what appears to be an apparition of some sort. And as Rose continues to tell this story, the coincidence of that apparition wasn't unique to this single photograph.
So after that, I just thought something was in my lens. I thought that it was, sometimes the sun comes in weird. So I was like, oh, weird. I did not think anything of it. So I proceeded to take a couple more pictures of still the same chapel, and it wasn't going away. So then I said, Chris, can you take a picture? So then he took a picture, and then it was not, he's like, there's nothing in mine.
Sure.
So do you guys have the video?
So wait, so if you're listening to this, you can't see this. You're not on YouTube, which you should be. There's a streak that goes like it's the tip of it's from the church. It's streaking across. Looks like a cloud, but it's ground, almost ground level, and it's streaking across the trees, across the brick front, and it looks ghostly or
it looks
spiritual.
ghostly.
Yeah.
And I didn't think it was ghostly right away.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just keep going because this is where I started. This is where I was like, this is
something.
Yes.
Huh.
So I took some pictures down from where we were in the chapel or seeing the chapel, and Chris was like, it's not in. I can't see it, and I'm like, okay. So then I took a video, and in the video, it flies in.
Yeah.
It's
unbelievable.
It like flies in.
So it's clearly not like a sun. It's not
No.
a sun streak.
No.
No.
This is inside.
Yeah. So now I'm like, okay. And every time I would look to where it pointed, it was like always at the top of the cross of the chapel.
Mm-hmm.
So I did say, oh, this is a sign. This is wonderful.
Absolutely.
So I'm
You're
like,
always
this is a
asking
sign.
for signs, I think is what you said.
I
on your
am always
Facebook.
asking for signs.
And she was answering you maybe.
daily. So we continued to walk up the trail. And so I took a couple pictures, and then we got up to the chapel, and then we kept going, and then show the one of the church. So when we got to the church,
Let me find
That's
out.
the one where
there's
I-
outdoor, this one.
well, that was outside the church.
They all look
Or-
slightly different.
Yeah. So
I
then
thought maybe it's a streak on your camera, but they all look a little different.
and I thought it was a streak on my camera too,
Yeah.
or something, because that would be in the same spot or something on your lens.
Right, but
It
you've taken
changes.
photographs since, and that does
Oh,
not
no,
exist in
it's-
those
and-
photographs.
No,
Okay.
no.
And I do have your two collages, so I'll let
Okay,
you tee that up when you're ready.
Okay, so the one in the church is where I felt like,
Something's
oh,
up.
okay, this is this one. This is where I was like, so you can see the Lady Guadalupe, the picture right there, and then
You can see this on our YouTube channel if you're watching our.
and I said it's just pointing right to the cross,
To the crucifix,
I know.
yeah,
So
the
now
hanging
I'm
Jesus
getting like
crucifix.
I'm feeling not different, but I'm like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's, I mean, I was just kind of overwhelmed. So then we walked out of the church, and then we proceeded to go to I think it's the Rosary. It's the one with the blue. Maybe, yeah.
There you go, the Rosary Walk.
So it's there again. Again, not in the exact same spot,
But to the
right?
top
but
of
at
the
top.
arch.
Yep. So mind you, I only posted probably 10 of the pictures. I have like 30. It was everywhere.
They all look a little different.
A little different. So this is Stations of, I think this is Stations Cross again. And then it proceeded to happen when there was there.
I mean,
So
how about
actually
that?
this one, this is the one, and
In the trees.
so this is the end, and we've been here for 2 hours now. I said, I see her veil. I can see it. And
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else can see it.
Absolutely.
See it.
But I said, I can see it, but it's turned sideways. Do you know what I mean? Like I felt like it was
There you
like
go.
there.
So,
So this statue is at the front of the Pilgrimage Center. So it's like when you walk in, and after I said I can see the veil. Do you have the other one
Yep.
too?
Let me pull that up.
So this one, and I can see I can see a face actually.
Hmm. I see a
absolutely.
highlight
oh my
or just
God.
some layers, right? Like
Yeah,
like
so you
her
can
veil.
just see it. I don't know. You can see the outline,
Yeah.
the shape of it.
It's definitely peculiar, and
Well, here's the deal. If there's ever been a reason for you to go check out our YouTube channel, this would be the reason to check it out,
Fascinating.
because of all the guests, this one probably requires the most show and tell,
Yeah.
not just tell.
this is like Leonard Nimoy in search of stuff.
No, I
right
mean,
here.
it truly is, and again, we're all people of faith. And when I saw this, my initial reaction was, oh, there must be something wrong. But my favorite part is there's a picture with you and a whole bunch of nuns. And the nuns, tell us about the interaction that you had with the nuns. There you go. There's a picture of these nuns are excited to see.
So
Oh, boy.
after the whole thing, Chris was waiting by the statue, and I felt compelled to tell people.
Yeah.
So I don't like, I said, I want to tell the lady inside. So then the lady that worked there, I ran in and I'm like, I just want to tell you this. I said, this happened. And I was starting to become emotional now.
Sure. I'm emotional.
And I
just
showed her
it.
the pictures, and she said, this is amazing. You are so privileged. She's clearly chosen you to make her presence. And then she asked what my name was. So this, I don't think I told you this. And I said, it's Rose. And she goes, well, of course it's Rose. And I didn't know what she meant at the time. But then I had met Emma and Vince for lunch after in La Crosse. And
Emma,
mind
your
you now,
daughter and her fiance, Vince.
So they, I took a picture of us right after, and it's not there anymore. So we're not on the grounds anymore. And I was telling Emma the story. She said, Mom, she said the whole miracle when Lady Guadalupe appears to Juan Diego, that's this whole thing.
Yep.
It's called the Miracle of Roses.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So I can provide a little backstory. So in 1531,
Jeff knows his
the Blessed
stuff.
Virgin Mary, through her appearances on the American continent in 1531 near present-day Mexico City to Juan Diego, and he was just an ordinary common man and didn't understand why she was appearing to him, right?
Correct.
But her instruction to him was to go seek out the bishop and convince him to build a shrine, basically a chapel on top of Tepeyac Hill, which is now in present-day Mexico City. And he went, and the bishop kind of just delayed and said, I need to think about it a little bit more. And then Juan Diego was scared because he knew she was going to come back, and he said, I'm just a common man. I don't know what to do. And basically by the fourth time he went and visited him, I'll let you tell the rest of the story.
So the fourth time, the Virgin Mary said, go to the top of the mountain and there will be flowers there that you can bring to the bishop to prove that I have appeared to you. So he said, well, there's not going to be flowers growing in December. So he went up on top, and there were Castilian roses growing, which only grow in Spain. They don't even grow in Mexico.
And they were growing.
Oh, they're growing in abundance. So then he gathered them all, and the Virgin Mary placed them in his cloak, or tilma is what they called it. And then he went to the bishop, and when he opened the cloak or the tilma, all the roses fell to the ground, and then the bishop believed him. And then there was the picture of her, which is
right there,
the famous which is still intact after
500 years.
Yeah. Like
there's
there's a whole thing that like it should be faded, it should be falling apart, and it's like intact. And there was there a bomb that went off, or somebody did, and like the only thing that wasn't damaged was that.
Wow.
So we're planning a trip there.
But I would think that you should. I mean, cool. I mean, what an experience. Yeah. Obviously, this is the Kindness Chronicles. And, part of, our mission on the Kindness Chronicles is to, help people connect with, things and individuals that bring them joy.
Right.
And to me, when I heard this from Kate, the emotion in Kate's voice was a reflection really of the emotion that you experienced. And to me, and I got the same emotion from it. And to me, you talk about oxytocin. If there's, to me, this just tells me there's something to this. And it's fascinating. It's life-changing, I would imagine.
It was definitely life-changing. And when I was telling people, so I told a lady that worked there, then I told a group of 3 other ladies that I felt compelled to tell, and they asked for my name. And then I saw this group of ladies with the nuns, and I went and told them. And the nuns...
look at how excited they look.
I know. So half of them started crying when I told them, and the nuns said the same thing. She has presented herself to you. This is a miracle. And and then I started just crying, like after I talked to them.
Absolutely.
And it was one of those things where I'm always asking for signs to show me the way. Look I'm going to get emotional right now.
Well, you should.
Yeah.
It's an emotional thing. Have others experienced this?
So no. So the lady that worked there, she said that they've had other experiences where there was like a light in the chapel.
Get it together, Rose.
I know.
Get it
I'm so
together.
emotional. There was a light that was bouncing around all the candles. That it looked like a bug, but it wasn't a bug, or like a lightning, whatever. And then it turned into a heart, I guess. But she's never experienced or had heard this. But I mean, they know that she's present there, and that.
Well, yeah, and you know, there are, you know, those apparitions that we put on there were, you know, some of them someone else had taken. The one that, you know, that was side by side to the, or was that your photograph?
Those are all mine.
She did those pic collages.
So basically what I
Picture
did.
in the collage,
So
that was yours too?
Yeah, so
That's
these
hers.
are.
It's turned sideways.
All I did was, once I saw the veil, I said, I can see her clearly. I said, so I tipped the picture, and that's what I'm comparing it to, which is what
Yeah.
that's when you walk in. So that's.
Oh my gosh.
So I just made that because I wanted to compare it, because I didn't know if, you know what I mean? I'm like, so when we got home, then the next day I'm like, I'm going to go get hard copies of this, because I'm like, I don't know if it's going to show, you know what I mean? I just wanted.
And did it show up in the hard copies as well?
Like, I mean, it's.
Oh, she brought hard copies.
Oh yeah. And I'm going to give you some. So I've told this story, and I guess this is where I feel like I'm spreading the good word, is how I feel. To many, many people. And like, some people start crying. Some people just thank me. A couple of the people in the picture somehow found me on Facebook, which I never told them my name. So I don't know if they, you know, asked the lady that worked there. But I felt like it's something has spread. At Mario's graduation, I told one of his friends, the whole family, and they wanted pictures. I mean, it's made me feel really good.
That's what I want to get to. So obviously something is going on here, and it's very fascinating. What did the ladies there that are part of the history of this, or were they just random people?
They
there?
were just a group.
Okay.
The nuns, and they were just all coming to visit.
Okay.
But the lady that I told that worked there was like, come with me. And
Yeah.
she like wanted me to go tell the people that worked in the gift shop. You know what I mean? And a lot of people started crying. I think because when you're there, it's like.
Well, and
it's a place dedicated to that.
Right.
It's
So that
you're
was
there
so
to see something
cool.
and feel something very warm.
Right.
Just any church anyway. But
Right.
because it's a pilgrimage thing, it's like there's something different about
I wonder
that
if
church.
Lino is.
I know Lino.
You know
yeah.
Lino?
Oh, yes.
Is
I know.
he aware of what happened?
I don't know. I don't know I follow him on Facebook, but I don't know if he follows me. I guess
He should. I don't know what's wrong with him.
I could reach out to him.
Well, what I wanted to know is, so I want to know what the people there said that they think it means, and then I want to know what you think it means. How you're feeling overwhelmed by it, and it's a joyful feeling. I want to know, what do you think what the message is, or what do you think what's happening with it? If this is really something, I mean, this is incredible. These photos are incredible. What is it?
So
I'm not sure what that was.
That was
Sound
my
effects.
phone.
Okay, that was actually freaked me out.
That was kind of weird,
that
wasn't
was a
it?
little weird, actually.
What happened?
I was a little
gonna
weird.
say,
I'm not
did a
gonna lie.
song?
I was like,
We all heard it. We all heard it, right?
Yeah.
oh, I heard it.
Only Rose heard that.
No, I heard it.
mean,
The lady that worked there, I mean, the word she said, you are privileged. You are, you know what I mean? You have been.
Well, to be clear, you were
chosen.
privileged before this.
No,
of
and
course have to make
I
fun
like,
of you.
I guess I just feel thankful.
Absolutely.
Something.
And like, full of
It's something.
gratitude and like,
And she chose you.
well, and I just am like, I always show me the way. Like I will,
Right.
I will, I say it all the time. Show me the way.
And you know,
show me.
my interpretation of that is, it was always, you know, show me the way, and here's
Yeah.
pointing right at the cross.
looking up.
pointing-
and that's kind of what it was. Like I felt like I mean, we were there for 2 hours, and it's not like it came up once.
So
you know what I mean? It was like picture after picture
Right.
after
It was the
picture.
first picture you took. You saw that.
First picture. The first picture I took. And I was like, oh, weird. Something's in my camera. And then I wiped it and I took another one. I was like, oh, it's still there. I'm like, weird. It's the sun. I took like 4 right away because I was like, what is going on with my phone? And then I said, Chris, take a picture. He was like, no, there's nothing.
So the skeptics, and there will be skeptics,
Oh, for sure.
are going to see something like that and say, oh, it's some smudge in your phone. But I don't think you can do that in a printed photograph.
And also it's
Or
not
digital.
in the same spot.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
And it's not- it doesn't look exactly the same.
It
followed
it's
you
not
around.
the same
It's
spot.
true. And as you moved your camera on the video version of it, which I watched, it
It's very
stayed with you.
clear.
Yeah.
It's clear. And again, if you can believe
So-
if you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah,
if
of
you
course.
don't, that's
So
fine.
you're attributing this to Mary because this church is a
Yeah.
dedicated place for Mary. So
Correct.
this has anything like this happened here before? You said something small with the
With the light
candles.
that she was aware of, the lady that worked there. But
That could have
this
been-
was the only thing like this. I mean,
Okay.
There actually was an apparition in Wisconsin near Green Bay, about 15 miles outside of it, called Champion, Wisconsin. Do you know much about that story?
so I'm going to tell you guys another little thing that happened because I'm familiar with Lourdes and Fatima
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Medjugorje. I know a handful of them.
Mm-hmm.
So when I went to go get my my pictures developed, I had to wait in line at CVS, and I brought it because I did. So I waited for a long time, and I was just sitting there, and like out of the corner of my eye, I turned, and again so this was just like over here,
So it's a
It's just a
National Geographic
Geographic
magazine featuring Mary.
But wait a second.
but no big deal. So
that
no,
was from like December.
no, so yeah, so listen, so it's sitting like
I
this.
buy those.
Okay, so that's so funny. So it was over here, and I looked, and I'm like, oh, I'm getting the pictures of her developed.
Sure.
So I'm like, I have to buy it, right? So I bought
Yeah,
it.
of course.
So now I'm like learning more about Mary
Mm-hmm.
and
You're
some
in
of
it now.
So the next day, I was at Target, and the National Geographic is on war and not this.
Right.
So I was like, oh, that's weird. So I took a picture of that because I take pictures of everything.
Yeah.
And then like a week later, so no big deal. I just thought that was coincidence.
Yeah.
I at my mom and dad's, and my dad's like, oh, can I borrow that? And I'm like, yeah, it was so weird because it was just like on the corner of my eye, but it's not the ones that were at Target. And then my mom goes, oh, well, that's because it's from like February. So it says display until February.
That's nuts.
So call it what you want to,
Wow.
but like, do you know what I mean? So like, it was literally, I was standing there for a long time, and it was like, something was like, and then I went, oh.
Yeah, and what was that sound that came across?
So we could take this as Mary wants your attention.
She's got it.
God wants your attention. God, whatever,
it.
and whatever that. What happens there? What happens after this?
I mean, it's funny because after it happened, I was kind of, I felt different. I don't know how to explain it. I know I kept telling Chris, and it was almost like I was so overwhelmed that I was so happy, but you're trying to process, like, am I supposed to do something more? Or,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I don't,
What's
what do
the
you,
message that you want me to
Right.
share?
yeah. What I did though is I texted Kate right away. I told people that I thought would really appreciate it.
You bet.
And like a handful of some of my friends that I go to church with, whatever. And I mean, people were over, I mean, like, I have goosebumps, you know what I mean? This is amazing. Can I call you right now? And so it was like, I don't know. I just felt like I needed to tell people, you know, and then,
So this post on Facebook is public,
yes,
right?
it's public.
So I would just encourage people to, after you've watched our YouTube version
We'll
of
post
this,
it too, so you'll see it.
but
and
to go
with
to
this
Rose,
conversation.
look up Rose Esteb, ESTEB,
EB. Yep.
and you're not an over poster like some people that I know that I might be related to. So it's there's a couple of stories of Mario, summa cum laude Mario, graduating from Syracuse University, but it's very easy to find. And when you look at the comments that people make, the comments to me are just about as exciting as the photographs are, because it really is like you've created this newfound community of people that, the believers that this just puts an exclamation point on their belief. I mean,
or at least gets people talking.
And you know what else?
At least gets people thinking about what is going on.
In the land of Kindness Chronicles, I didn't see a single person put a skeptical thing on, which is very unusual in this day and age.
I agree.
Yeah.
If you were to post it on Twitter,
Yeah.
I'll bet you'd have a bunch of jackasses that would
Probably.
put terrible stuff on there. So keep it to Facebook.
Yeah, the thing is, it almost it looks like someone could see that. If they don't know, if the digital photo, because of your story, it happened right there. It was there. It's not like there's a treatment you did to it or something like that.
Right.
Because film, like printed film, you can do stuff to printed film.
Right.
You could add things, and AI could do a lot of amazing things. But when you take a photo and you take a video, which I haven't seen yet, but this is remarkable. And what does it mean?
And I think,
what does it mean?
yeah, and I don't,
What do we do with this?
I don't know.
I think that the timing of it is really, incredible, because it happened right around Easter.
Yeah.
Right
May. Right
after Easter.
Right
so
after
not
Easter.
just a month ago.
Yeah, like the beginning of May.
Okay.
Mhm.
Lovely. Well, Rose, thank you for coming and sharing this. I really think that, to me, what does this mean is you need to tell this story wherever you can tell it.
And
Because
I have
I think
been.
people of faith, this only amplifies their faith. The fact that, again, I've known you for a long time. You're just, one of those lovely people that,
Thank you.
if somebody's going to present themselves, if the Virgin Mary is going to present themselves to somebody, you'd be right up there among the folks that would.
I love the Rose name too. I never made that connection, but I dug
that's
into it when I
amazing.
first saw your pictures.
Yeah, and I didn't know that either.
Of course,
actually.
your name
That
is
was
Rose.
so
Yeah,
cool.
when she said that, and I did not understand that, and I knew it was flowers, but
Mhm.
I didn't know they were roses.
Isn't that
Yeah,
just awesome?
which
People
I thought was pretty special.
people with faith don't need this.
No,
But people with faith, it's just one of those things that's like, wow.
it just fills
what-
your cup. That one right there.
Yeah.
I mean, you could see
You
Wow.
can
you could
see
see her face.
Well, and that's like, I think, so my Emma, like a couple days later, okay, so Emma and Vince were in La Crosse for a wedding, and she's like, we're going tomorrow. She's like, do you think I'm going to see her? And I go, I hope you do. So she goes, maybe I'll just ask for a ladybug instead as a sign. And I said, you do whatever you want. So they went. I have a copy for you, Steve. I'll give you one. But she didn't see anything, but she said, I didn't see a ladybug either, but I saw a spider. So I said, okay, well.
Well, Emma's young. She's got some work to do.
But I don't know where I was going with this.
Well, I will tell you quickly. Emma is marrying Vince Hurley. We always like to talk about Hill Murray people. He is the son of
Mike Hurley and Jody Corella.
Jody
Oh.
Corella. You know the Corella name.
Yeah, Jody was in my class.
Yes. So
that's
Jody's
And Mike.
son.
Was Mike
Mike
Hurley?
Hurley.
Mike was.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So their son.
They
is
dated all the way
married to
through high school?
Emma Esteb.
Yeah. I forgot that.
They're a
Wow.
lovely couple.
Yeah.
Emma did gymnastics with Riley for many years, and
Okay.
Love
that's-
Riley.
Yeah.
That's their son is marrying your daughter.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So go Pioneers.
Yeah,
I'm
go
sure
Pioneers.
they'll have cute little babies that'll be Pioneers as
Baby
well
Pioneers.
someday. And I'm sure that they'll be in the theater program. Mario, I want to switch gears and talk about me for a second. Okay? Let's
do
just
it.
What's
change
new?
gears. I know. What's new?
What do you got?
I had an interesting experience on Monday morning, 6:30 a.m. I had to go in for an MRI because I have a situation internally that they wanted to check on.
Okay.
Good news is it's just not the situation that it's fine.
Good.
All is well.
Good.
But I've never had an MRI before.
Oh.
Have you ever had an MRI?
I can't remember.
I've had many.
Which one is
as
that?
long as 3.5 hours.
Good.
When they buzz, they do the
I-
buzzing? Is that the buzz? What's
So
the MRI?
it's not just the
It's
buzzing.
knocking.
It's knocking. It's
Buzzing.
Oh,
buzzing.
yeah, I've had that, yeah.
So
Yep.
she says to me, and it was almost that obnoxious as
It is. It's a lot.
But the woman, she said, "Here's a little ball to squeeze if you can't handle it." And I'm like, "Can't handle it? What do you mean can't handle it?" And then I looked at this tube that I was about to go into.
You got to be still.
And
Very still.
well, it's okay. I'm having a panic attack already when they put me in there, and I'm like, nope, pull me out. I can't do this. So she pulls me out, and she goes, no one has ever died in there. Just give it one more chance.
She's got a speech for everybody like
she
you.
goes,
Nope.
just
She's
try
been
one
through this
more
before.
time.
I'm
So-
triggered right now.
so
I'll have a story.
let me tell you. So I went in, and she said, "You're going to need to hold your breath a number of times." Let me tell you how many a number of times was. So they'd say, "Okay, hold your breath." You would hold your breath, and it would be 20, 25, 30 seconds.
It's long.
And the knocking, and it was like a torture chamber.
Yes, I know.
Did you actually do it?
I ended up doing it, but here's what I decided.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting cremated.
No.
The idea of being stuck in something like that, my God, it was.
That's how I found out I was claustrophobic.
You know
I
what?
made it 45 minutes in one, and I was it was on my. So I was
It's
like
really
this.
close, yeah.
Then my nose started to itch,
I had the same thing,
and I couldn't do
I
it.
couldn't get it either.
And I was like screaming,
torture. Yeah.
"Let me out! Let me out! Let me out!"
Bad. Yeah.
No, I had to get out, and I have to get sedated every time I do one now.
So that's an interesting thing because I said, "What are my options?"
No,
I want to find out. And they said, "Well, they're going to sedate you." And I said, well, "How sedated will I be?" "Well, you can't be so sedated that you can't hold your breath." And I'm like, "Wait a minute. So I'm going to be sedated, holding my
just
breath,
comfortable."
And Rose, I don't know if you've noticed, I'm a little bit bigger than you, and they don't have like a fat guy's MRI machine.
They just push you through.
It squeezed me in there.
They butter you up
like,
a little bit.
No.
Not that I'm super burly,
No,
but my
you're
shoulders, right, they covered me with butter.
Oh,
Slipped
I
right in.
can't. The word MRI gets me a little.
But the reason I bring it up is this nurse, Gina was her name.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's a nurse or a radiology
She's a
technician,
technician, yeah.
whatever. She was so kind to me and just helped me work through this. And essentially what she said was, it's going to be a pain in the backside trying to get a new appointment. And,
Yeah.
they want to see what's
She's
going on
realistic,
inside. And she's like, let's just try this.
She's part therapist. She's part psychologist. She's
Totally.
got to do a lot of work there.
And when we came out, you know what she said to me? You should be proud of yourself.
Oh.
I said, thanks.
Were
Gina."
you given some shtick? Or was it like not joking, John? Were you?
It was not joking, John. It was,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Serious,
I
John.
might die in here,
Yeah,
John.
it's concerning.
But what
I
happened
know.
was I just sort of turned it over to the good Lord and said, I'm probably not going to die in here, right?
Yeah, they're
You know
trying
what
to
else
figure
I
out how to
have,
help
though?
you.
My son just recently moved into a really sweet apartment in downtown Minneapolis.
I know Kate showed me.
And the 31st floor is this 360-degree rooftop thing right in the middle of Minneapolis. So it's halfway between U.S. Bank Stadium, the Fauché Tower, Target Field. He's got a view of Target Field from his
Cool.
apartment. I did not realize how afraid of heights I was.
It happens as you get older
As
too.
you get
Sometimes.
older.
Yeah.
Well, and it affected me in places I can't describe. I felt it in places, and I looked, and it says that part of the fight or flight thing manifests itself in a place that only men can understand.
What?
Yeah, and this is something that people need to know, that you're okay. You don't have testicular cancer. That is something that happens to people. This is a public service announcement.
I don't even know what you're
How did we
talking
go
about.
to this?
Have you ever been afraid of heights?
No.
Well, then you wouldn't feel it. You wouldn't feel what I felt.
But I know that it happens as we get older.
I've been telling everybody
getting on
about
ladders
it.
is harder, and it's getting up.
Well, you shouldn't climb a ladder at our age.
Yeah.
They never end up well.
Yeah.
Anyway,
well, I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you're all right. I'm glad you made it through. You toughed it out. You found a little spiritual guidance.
One
somewhere.
last thing. Our dear friend Kevin Gorg lost his dad last week. The service is on Thursday. Of course, it's at Assumption. It will be followed by a lovely get-together at Mancini's.
Oh, nice.
Which is exactly what the legendary Ken Gorg would want.
Yeah, that's cool.
Service
his dad,
at 10. The wake, I believe, is at 9.
Yep.
Yep.
And Kenny, what a lovely guy. He was a golf professional, was the pro at, I think, Faribault Country Club for many years, had a bunch of Ken Gorg golf shops before the PGA Superstore realized that this was a good, the Paga Superstore, was built in, what's the other one? Golf Galaxy. Ken Gorg was the original Golf Galaxy, but a lovely guy. So say a prayer for KG and his family. And on that note, off we go. Thank you for coming, Rose.
Thank you for having me.
That was lovely. Mario, good to see you.
Good to see you.